these were my book reads from last year, and let's get started reviewing them. 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. I just realized recently this is actually, they just started a Netflix series based off of this book called 56 Days. This was a Barnes & Noble recommendation book that I got at the time, and this one I gave a rating of 4 stars. Do I Know You? This is also a suspense novel. I gave this one a 4 star, and it is by Sarah Strawmeyer, and this is the book. By Chevy Stevens. Dark Roads is also another suspense thriller book, and I rated this one, this was a 5 star for me. Another 5 star read was Everyone Here Is Lying by Shari Lapena, I think is how you pronounce her name. Oops. Yeah, this was really good. The suspense thriller novel. This is the first book of this series, Light Lark. I give this one a 4 star. Okay, next up, I have to mention a lot about these books because this is where I'm like, I have to find a book series that is better than this one, because this one so far is one of my top favorites. It is a trilogy of 3 books. This one is the first book, called Caravel by Stephanie Garber, and this was recommended by my sister, so shout out to her. She bought me the series of these books that we could read together, and let's just say I got in trouble because we were supposed to be doing a book club together, and I could not make myself just read 50 pages or a couple of chapters. I ended up finishing like the second book while we were supposed to be reading the first, and I was cut off from book club. So if that tells you anything, and I'm not a big fantasy reader, and she knew that, and she could have not picked a better series to start off with, where I have never really read too much fantasy. Because to me this is very subtle fantasy. It's not too over the top, but it is so well written, you feel like you are in this place. So this is definitely a 5 star. If I could give it more of a rating than that, I would. Okay, so this is the second book, Legendary, in that Caravel series by Stephanie Garber. This one was a 5 star. If I had to compare it to the first, this one topped the first of Caravel. So, and this is the final book of the trilogy for Caravel. I gave this one a 4 star compared to the other 2, because the other 2 were just so good, and I think part of it was this was the ending that tied everything together, but the first 2, there was so much going on that you were trying to figure out, which just made them that much better than the finale. But I strongly suggest this is a hard one to top because it's my favorite book series so far. And this is the final one of Finale. Since I loved Caravel so much by Stephanie Garber, I had to find some more of her books to try out. So this one is a trilogy also of hers. It's called Once Upon a Broken Heart. This is the first book, and I rated this one a 3.5. Second book of that series was The Ballad of Never After. This one, it started getting a lot better for me. I gave this one a 4 star. And the final book, A Curse for True Love, of that series. This is book number 3. I gave this one a 3.5. It was just so hard to top the Caravel series after reading it. But again, these are really good books. The Girl Who Knew Too Much by Tiffany Brooks. More of a suspense thriller. I gave this one a 3 star.